Right, here we are with notes for 8-G, probability in words. Just loading up the calculator just in case. So first thing we're starting off with today is this first little star here, and this is going to come in handy in one of your homework problems in our example 2. The combined probabilities of all possible outcomes will always be, and that's either 1 or 100%. So the combined probabilities of all possible outcomes will always be 1 or 100%. And that makes sense because if we look at example 1 here, if I'm talking about the probability of flipping a coin, how many possible events or how many possible outcomes are there when I'm flipping a coin? Well, there's 2. Either 1, having it land on heads, or option 2, having it land on tails. So now if I'm looking at the probability of flipping a coin and having it land on heads or tails, well, the probability of having it land on heads would be 1/2. The probability of tails is 1/2. We remember from our notes, maybe from earlier, that when we hear or in probability, that tells us to add 1/2 plus 1/2. Good one. It simplifies to that, but it starts off as 2 out of 2 and then gets simplified to 1 out of 1, which is the same thing as 100%. And that's because when I flip a coin, there are only 2 possible outcomes. It's either landing on heads or it's landing on tails. And if I'm asking for the probability of either one of those things happening, well, that's 100% because it's going to happen either heads or tails. Here's our first example.